So it's 350 metres from top to bottom. You'll see a chicane to start with a couple of kickers. That's the real test of this circuit here in Jordan. Oh, they've gone all together. Well, that would have been a chicane, but it's not going to be a chicane for anybody else today. There's the first of the kickers. Oh, that's made a real mess. Oh, my word. I think he's taken out the cameraman at the same time. Watch this. It's a double kicker. The second part throws you up into the air. The first part does as well. It's absolutely obliterated it. Look at the wreckage. That's why we have the bails, and I'm pleased to say that those two gentlemen are fine. But that would have been a hairy moment for them. It's astonishing, really, that he's able to get going down the course again. Here's another kicker. Over that one, that's fine. Now then, there's not much left of it. He's already destroyed the chicane at the top of the circuit. Is he going to do another one? He is. He's going to take the corner off that one as well. And now he can see the finish. I mean, once you get past those two big kickers, it's relatively straightforward. That's only a small obstacle. But it was all about this spectacular demolition of that soapbox over there. I mean, that is amazing. Wow. Here are the superheroes then, Shalati. Now, what can they do here? What can Nasser do? Can Nasser set a decent time? He's off to a real clip at the top of the track. I think this is as fast as we've seen heading towards this kicker. He's going to take off and he's going to land quite brilliantly. This one looks a really good soapbox. It looks tailor-made for the course today. Over this kicker. Oh, spectacular. Landed on all four wheels. He knows he's onto a good thing here. He knows he's going to post a good time. One more kicker to deal with, then the finish. All about the time here. Flies over the kicker. Into the bails to finish in 39.16. That really sets a target for everybody today. And he was Superman. And he does a Superman at the end. Look at that. Nose dives into the tarmac, but keeps it going. That's brilliant. And we will see how this soapbox reacts to the big kickers. And the reason why I say that, have a look at the wheels. Big and narrow. And history tells you, when you've watched plenty of these, big landings aren't good for those wheels. Let's have a look. Only my experience. We're about to find out then. First big test, over the kick. Oh, what about that? A complete flip. Let's hope he's okay. Watch this. You think it's going to land on the back wheels and be okay, but it just catches the middle of the kicker, and that flips it completely over. And we've just had notification as well that Yusuf, the driver, is absolutely okay. This one looks like an accident waiting to happen. Look at it. Who on earth thought that was going to work? Look at it at the bottom, how small it is and how wide it is at the top. It's an absolute disaster. They've got absolutely no chance. Look at the wheels. They've gone, they're buckled, they're bent. They can't have tested this soapbox, surely. Apparently it was inspired by the Rick and Morty cartoons. This has been cartoon capers from the top, and now he's gone over completely. He snapped it in half. Rick's in bits in Jordan. Look at the state of it. I can't believe they thought the design would work. That's an absolute mess. And there we go. Snapped in two. That'll do you. Now we have BLK. And they have this narrow wheelbase, and it's quite a high soapbox as well. So this could be one thing or another. It's certainly going to get through the chicane okay because it's so narrow. So it's picking up speed as well all the time. I just think the kicker's going to be an issue for this one. Off we go. Here's takeoff. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Big air from BLK. Another kicker to come. They lost no speed. Here we go. Oh, back wheel landing. Look at that. Spectacular stuff here in Jordan today. Roasting temperatures. And this coffee-inspired soapbox is entertaining everybody, but I think he's run out of gas. I think he's run out of steam. It stopped. It was looking so good. The two kickers were spectacular, but it's taken its toll on the soapbox, and they've got to push it the rest of the way. There's still one more kicker to navigate as well, right down towards the finish line now. My word, that was looking so spectacular and so good, but I think the height of the takeoff caused so much damage on the landing that they simply couldn't get it down. But in terms of a spectacular liftoff, what about that? That must have been a sensational experience to be on board with. Off they go then. Let's have a look what they can do. So the gas truck is on the way. Here's the kicker. Oh, it's buckled, it's damaged. It might be broken. Look at the state of the front of it. The wheels just splayed out on landing, and that first kicker is causing so much damage today. This is it, watch the front. Just not strong enough. Where that connection is in the middle, it's just completely gone. Bent beyond repair, and that's that. This looks like the kind of soapbox that does well. When you think about previous winners of Red Bull Soapbox events, the soapboxes tend to look like this. Flies over there, no problem at all. He loved that, look at him. Oh, he's milking it from the crowd. Second kicker on the horizon. Here we go, over you go. That's not a problem, that's really good. This could be quick, because he's not losing any time at all over the kickers. Through there, look at the speed he's got coming down towards this final kicker. Lots of speed to take towards the finish line. This could be a good one, this. Over he goes, 42.92. It was a good one. Austrian Embassy having their visas stamped in emphatic fashion here in Jordan today. That's brilliant. Really good. Talabat Mart, next up here in Jordan today. And he's quickly down the start ramp. And this looks like it's been put together well. Looks a real solid chassis under there. The suspension looks pretty good. Nice and easy through there. The big test, of course, is this first kicker. And there's plenty of speed going in, and he flies it. Lands well, keeps it going, keeps it straight. See how he gripped the wheel then, just to make sure he kept going forward. Brilliant over that, the second kicker. Look at him, really concentrating. Now he wants the crowd to get involved. Wants them to cheer him down this track. This one looks quick. Look at the straw everywhere. That's because people keep crashing into it. Over the last little kicker. Down under the... Oh, spins it spectacular. 45.05. Brilliant run. And Khalid is delighted. Look at this. Fantastic. Watch him now grab that wheel. He's nervous. He's panicking. Look at his face. Just look at his face. So now we have Middle East TV. So the soapbox, as you can see, is a news desk. We've even got the laptop. Look, we've got the laptop, we've got the microphones, we've got the desk lamp. Have we got a soapbox that can stand up to the rigours of this 350-metre course here in Amman in Jordan? Here's the kicker, the first big test, and over we go, and he's fine. Lost the microphone, but he won't be too worried about that. Here's the next kicker on the horizon, just making sure he's in line, and he is. He's over, it's fine. It's really good. This looks quick. Unlike the previous soapbox that lost a bit of speed towards the end, there is no damage to this soapbox at all. They're rocketing down towards the final kicker. Over that, under the banner to finish in 48.22. Fantastic. The two kickers that have caused everybody problems today was not an issue whatsoever for Middle East TV. Yes, they were spectacular, but weren't they fast as well? Habiba is next. It's a very popular dessert shop, and it looks quite sturdy. This one looks quite streamlined as well. Looks like it's got a pretty solid chassis underneath everything, and it's just gone through there like an arrow. Look, no problem whatsoever. Brushing those straw bales aside. Here's the first kicker. Nosedives into the tarmac after the takeoff, and nosedives on landing. It's scrubbed off the speed, it's done the damage, it's taken its toll. And they're going to need assistance now to get down the rest of the way. When you go too quickly into that kicker, it just messes up the whole design of your soapbox. Look at this, it's fine there. And then you go down with such force that it does irreparable damage to the front of the soapbox, and you end up finishing right there. Now we have Racing Dimension. Mohammed will be the driver. They are from Amman. So let's see whether they put a soapbox together that can stand the rigours of this course today, and whether it can stand the challenges posed by the two kickers. A little bit of a wobble on. Not as fast as it could be, this. It looks a little bit difficult to keep straight. Oh, there's not much left of it now. I'm not sure whether he's shaking on the steering wheel or whether it's just hard to keep straight. He's still celebrating. He's got this kicker to deal with. Here we go. Keep your fingers crossed. Over, no problem. That's fine. That's fine. Look at the seat as well. He's properly comfortable in there. Easy enough through there. Just a little bit of a gap. No problem. Through you go. One more kicker to do. Still weaving a little bit. He's having to wrestle with it all the way down. It's probably going to cost him a bit in terms of the time. Probably just scrubs off a bit of speed. I don't think that kicker actually did as much damage to the soapbox as we initially thought. It's just the outside stuff coming off. This team of university students were inspired by a viral video of a man driving a car around Jordan with a huge toy line on the front, hence the design. And they did admit that it was a pretty chaotic process in terms of building this soapbox, so let's hope it goes well. Over the kicker, very spectacular, landed on the front right wheel as you look at it, the front left as the driver would see it, but it remains intact. That could have been curtains at that stage. A little bit more steady over the second kicker. Now then, not too far to go now. It's all about keeping it straight, keeping it quick, and setting a time. Here we go. Last little kicker, down towards the finish line. What about the time? 52.75. It was spectacular, it was smooth, brilliant run, really good. That's how you do it. And SH11 is fine through there. Racing down towards the kicker. Sammy, keep your concentration. Over! Oh, got to get out! Had to bail out! The nose got stuck in the middle bit. And he knew that the back was going to come over his head, and he did the right thing to bail out. The fact it happened so slowly, look, he's got time to think it through. Oh, that could have been nasty if he'd have not escaped there. Look at that, from the camera behind, the high behind shot there, showing just how spectacular that is. He can smile about it though, can't he, because he's okay. And he's over the next one. And I think he knows in reality that that's probably cost him. But it was one of the more spectacular crashes we've seen here so far today. Moving down towards the finish, one little kicker just before the finish line, and under in 109.35. You can't have the spectacular crash that he had and post any kind of time. I think there's a bit of relief at the end that he got there, and he wants that spectacular skid to finish. There you go. The design is a bathtub with a functioning shower hose. The creativity score was very good as well. Can we see the first team smash the minute barrier for the run? Easy through the chicane. This is where it starts to get interesting. Loads of speed into the kicker, takes off, lands, it's okay. The suspension works okay. You saw those wheels splay out at the front, but that's what it's supposed to do. Over the next kicker, but with a little bit more caution, so as not to damage the soapbox. And the rubber duck's enjoying the run down here. Down to the final little kicker after this chicane, and then he'll see the finish. Almost there now. Let's have a look at this time. It's just having the speed scrubbed off because there is damage to the back wheel, as you can see, but over the finish line, 50.40. That's a quick one. That's a good one today. And Abdeen with a really good run. And they are ready to go. So we know that Lionel Messi very, very rarely fluffs his lines when it really matters. One of, if not the greatest footballer of all time, and this team representing him here today. And the GOAT has made a beeline for the hay. No surprise. It's very, very big and cumbersome, this soapbox, isn't it? And it looks like it's a nightmare to drive. So Amman is back on the run, heading down towards this kicker. Over the kicker! Spectacular, fine as well. Wasn't sure whether the suspension would take it, but it did. Look how wide it is when you see the overhead shot. Flies over there, brilliant. This looks like it's going to be quick. And you can't help but wonder how... Oh, they've gone again. They've gone again. And they didn't represent Lionel Messi that well, did they, in the end? Blimey. So they're owners of a bakery chain. It's a well-known brand in Amman. The family bakeries have been around since 1996. So let's see how this one does. Will the bread roll? We'll see. Moving down towards this kicker, and over we go. Oh, can he hold it? Can he hold it? No, he can't. Couldn't quite keep it straight. He's fine there. It's just where it just catches the top of the ramp on the way out, and it just kicks him to that side. There's nothing he can do because you've built up so much momentum going over the kicker. Here's the second kicker. That's a little bit better. In fact, that's a lot better. Just got to get through this little gap now between the bales, then he can set sail for the final little kicker, which is right before the finish. Paradise Bakery's just about there. But for that minor indiscretion at the top, that would have been an even better time. 53.05. When it was going straight, it was going well. But when you make a visit to the straw bales, then that's going to scrub a significant amount of time off what you might have had. Off they go. I never really like to see the soapbox with the one wheel at the front and the two at the back. Always tends to be difficult to keep them in one piece, particularly when you've got destructive kickers like we have here in Amman today. Beautiful day, great day for it, piping hot. Here's the kicker, over we go. That was brilliant. Made a mockery of that, fantastic. This looks good at this stage, although it's just starting to wander. Can he keep it straight? Can Hamza keep it straight? Yes, he can, over that kicker too, but he's starting to be a lot more careful, losing time. Through the bales. Can he avoid the bales? Just clips that one there. More hay for people to move. Oh, it's just fallen over. It's just fallen over, inexplicably. Everything was going so well, and then it just tipped over. Well, we need to see that again, because everything seemed to be fine, and then it did, well, 108.61, it's gone again. Let's have a look what goes wrong. It just veers off to the side and then just tips over for no apparent reason. So next up, 3 dots. And they've built this over 2 months. And we will see just how good it is. Whether it stands the test of time, it looks like there's lots of bits that could fly off this one. And this is the kind of obstacle that will test it to the max. And a lot of it did go. I'm not sure he can see. I'm not sure whether he can steer it. I don't quite know how much further it's going to go. That's the really difficult part of this course, that double kicker where you go up, and if you land on the middle, it's going to do damage to your soapbox. And if you fly too far, you're likely to do damage again. He's marooned up there now. Marooned. Give him a push, fellas. Off we go then, down towards the finish. Still got to navigate that little gap there. And then that final kick. Oh, he's just wandering to the side. He's just wandering to the side a bit. Look at the speed of it now with the fella pushing it from behind. This is the fastest we've seen this soapbox so far today, being aided down towards the finish, over the kicker. And there's the break at the end, and they will just about make it. You see all over Amman, based on the fact it's such a dry country, there are water tanks everywhere you look. Hence why that's the design that they've gone with today. And Maya is off and running here and looking to make a mark. Concentrating with every metre she travels, using the brake there just to slow her down and playing to the crowd as well. Very, very popular lady, very popular team, this one. Very, very gingerly over that first kicker, taking no chances whatsoever. I think it's all about finishing here. She's not too bothered about setting a time. I think she just wants to enjoy the day, wants to get this soapbox down in one piece. Applying the brake again over the second kicker to such an extent the team can run up and join her. The people running either side of the soapbox displaying their fitness today because it's baking hot here, way past the... Oh, just hurdles the straw bale. Did you see that? I thought, has he seen it? Over the kicker, down towards the finish. No dramas, nice and steady. Enjoy yourself. Well done, Maya. 109.01. And it was all about taking part and all about getting to the finish line for Maya and her team today. Didn't she enjoy it?